the most I've had ever. Um, but one of those is me, and one of those is Kelly, and two of those I don't know. We'll see. I chose this game to be played. I've had this in my Steam library for a bit, and from what I can tell, it's an exploration-based game, a point-and-click adventure. It's called Kentucky Route Zero. One of the few things you can see right now. I know you don't have any game audio, and my mouse cursor should be moving, but yeah, it's moving. Okay, so there's no weird frame drops today. Nothing of that sort. I mean, we're gonna see how everything plays out, but we're gonna start Act 1 now. And there's gonna be audio in a second, and you can tell me how the audio balance is working out. This is blind, I've never played this game. Act 1, Scene 1. Aqueous oils. Aqueous is the Latin word for I think horse or no, not donkey. I think donkey. Truck, dog. And there's a little mouse cursor. I have a controller. I can move. I can choose with my right analog stick. I can look at the truck. Gonna look at the truck. A moving truck rumbles softly to itself. Painted on its side are the words Lizette Antiques, Furniture, Glassware, Curiosities. What's that weird green symbol down there? And we've got a dog. An old hound in a straw hat. Both have seen better days. And as you can tell, we are playing a point-and-click adventure game. Or a highway. Cool. An interstate highway 65 running from Alabama up to just shy of Chicago. It ought to be quitting time in this part of Kentucky, but the daylight just won't shake. The sun just won't go away. And the little dog is following us. Cool. Let's see. I don't know what I have to expect with this game, and I don't know what I can do, if there's going to be combat, or if there's going to be just puzzles to do. There's an attendant. I can talk to him or look at him. Gonna look at him. Joseph sits between gas pumps in a Queen Anne armchair. His hair is gray, and his glasses are darkened. Who is Joseph? Damn, did you hear that wreck? Truck full of bottles, I don't know, beer bottles, whiskey, lost a tire or something, and spilled booze and glass all over the interstate. What a mess. I hope they don't come down here looking for anything. We blew a damn fuse and it's all shut off. Did I hear a dog? What's your dog's name? Conway. I'm Conway. His name is Homer. Her name is Blue. Just some dog. I don't know his name. Her name is Blue. Blue sounds like a sweet old hound. I used to know a dog like that. Hey, here's some jerky for Blue. I made it myself. Didn't turn out too well, but I bet a dog will eat it. Getting late, right? I can feel the sun on my neck. I bet it's just a few feet off the horizon. I've been driving all evening, looking for 5 Dogwood Drive. I've got a delivery to make on Dogwood, but I'd rather watch the sunset. Would I rather watch the sunset? It's a nice sunset. Tempting. Sunset. Yeah, it's the truth. You have got to stop and breathe in that road. I bet while you're out driving, you let your eyes wander up the tree line, and you just, well, I bet you're more of a poet than old Joseph. So, where's Dogwood Drive? How long have you been working here? Do you like poetry? It's not a question I would ask someone that I don't know. But, how long have you been working here? I've been working here a number of years. It's pretty okay, you know. I have an advanced degree and a few publications. It's pretty okay here. Listen, you and Blue would have been driving up and down 65 all night. Dogwood Drive is on the other side of, well, to get there, you've got to take the 0. The 0 is a tough route to find, but you can use my computer to look up directions. You'll have to head down into the basement and reset the circuit breaker first. I'm happy to have those whining lights back up anyway. It's too damn quiet out here. Basement door is back there in the office. Appreciate your help, friend. Oh, and here. Take this lamp, it gets dark. Cool, we got a lamp. What is... Can just equip that? I only have the buttons or the directions. No, I don't have the directions left and right. I can actually go up front too. And go into the back. Cool. Playing with directions then. Aqueous oils. I have to go into the basement to reset the No. I want to go up front here. Here's the basement. What's back here? Anything nice to look at? No. Sunset. I mean, that's nice. Can't go back there. Fair enough. This is the basement. But if I go in here, I can go to the basement as well. What is he doing? Okay, apparently he wants to go into the basement through the glass door. No. Okay. Okay, I get it. I was supposed to give an input there. Dog didn't follow me down here. A sign. What? A dusty, rusty sign is bolted onto the wall. These are the rules. 1. No open flames near the gasoline. No consumption of beer or spirits on the premises. In case of sudden darkness, don't panic, relax. Count backwards from 5. 4. Strictly limit time spent in the basement to fewer than 3 minutes of every hour. Why? What's back here? I don't know. Can you go further up? Yes. Basement people. What are basement people? What? Emily, Ben, and Bob sit in folding chairs behind a worn card table. Papers, oddly shaped, dice, and highway maps cover the tabletop. These guys sat in complete darkness. Conway clears his throat. Have y'all seen a breaker box down here? Oh, sorry. Didn't know there was anyone down here. Yeah, I didn't. To Emily, to Bob. Did you hear something? To Emily. No. Sorry, I was looking at the rules again. Ben to Bob. It gets easier as you go. Look, you said you rolled a 5, right? That means you get to pick up your marker and move it anywhere on the map. Bob to Ben. So it's your turn now, right? Oh, yeah, I guess so. Where'd you put that 20-sided die? I don't see it. Did you drop it? It should be easy enough to find. It glows in the dark. No. 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 One of you should get that. Oh, that was different dialogue, wasn't it? One of you go down and get it, and I'll just study the rules here. Well, no one is moving there, and I cannot go past them. Okay, but since we know it glows in the dark, we're gonna go down here. I saw it a second ago. I'm gonna switch off that lantern. Why can I... Of course. Game piece. Pick that up. What 20-sided die glows in the dark? Conway picks up the glowing 20-sided die and inspects it. The number 5 is facing up. It's just a small piece of plastic, but it has a reassuring, almost comforting weight. He places the object in his jacket pocket. Yeah, turn on the light again, please. These basement people are literally in complete darkness. Good lord. Okay. Okay. Folding chairs are arranged around the worn card table. The chairs are empty and the surface of the table is bare. Conway places the 20-sided die on the table. Conway keeps the 20-sided die in his pocket and walks away. No, place it. Did he place it? I wonder. No. No, he didn't. By the way, Kelly, how are you doing? You asked me, and I was rude enough not to ask back. Yeah, spirits. I think my guy might be a little on the weird side, but that's cool. Breaker. Boom. Okay, we've got some lights. I put away my lantern, and it's time to go up. You're good. That's good to hear. That's a big horse head. Hey, Quiz. I told you it was horse or donkey or something like it. Told ya. There's some Latin left in me. Some of it. Joseph, who are those people? Joseph sits between the gas pumps and the Queen Anne armchair. His hair is grey and his glasses are darkened. I didn't talk to him this time, huh? There it is. Just listen to those lights whine. Yep. Well, I'd better get those directions and head to the Zero if you don't mind. There were some people down in your basement playing some kind of game, but they're gone now. In the basement? No, I don't think so. Maybe that lamplight was playing tricks on you, huh? Well, strange things happen underground, especially in the dark. So, computers in the office. You're looking for Marquez. She knows her way around those roads. She'll get you to the Zero. The password is damn. I usually just feel it out. Muscle memory, you know. It's kind of long, kind of like a short poem, I think. One of those short poems that really sums it all up. You'll figure it out. What? I'll figure it out. Okay. Conway taps a key, waking the computer from its reverie. User. Conway typing Conway. Conway typing Joseph. Password. What? Typing wheels slide loose. Typing the stars drop away. Typing I talk and listen to him talking. What? Conway, you're a very poetic man, but I don't think you're on the right track here. I talk and listen to him talking. Here. Nobody saw the accident. The moon throbs. Wait. I talk and listen to him talking. Nobody saw the accident. The moon throbs. It's late. You just breathe road. The lights whine. It will only get later. Password accepted. How's it going in there? Figuring it all out? Sure you are. Messages. Address book. Games. Exit. Messages. Message 1 is from Donald at Hot K Mail. Message 2 is from accounts at consolidated.mail. Read message 1. From Donald at Hot K Mail. Subject. Fragments dim of lovely forms. Message. Joseph, I know it's been a while and I know you're still sore, but there's a whole world in here, and we need your help to unmask it. Yes, the caves are cold and damp, and we are old and lame. Never mind. I can't remember why I even started writing this. I miss those days in the lab with you and our dear Lula. Maybe you found your own Xanadu. Well, so have I. End of message. That's not only a weird... There... By the way, that I could have typed in everything there of those 9 phrases. I think I would have gotten the password right every time. I don't think that was me being good. Read message 2. From accounts at consolidated.mail. Account standing. Urgent. Dear Aqueous Oils, this is an urgent automated message that your account is overdue in more than 14 days. In response, we have switched you to our low reliability Dirty Power Plus plan. Consider making a payment immediately to obviate the need for us to switch you to Sustained Brownout Select. Sincerely, your friends at the Consolidated Power Corporation. Yeah, nice people. Oh well, I mean, you do have to pay for power. Exit messages. Let's go into the Games tab. Games is not real. I like that one. Address book. The 0. Dogwood Drive. Marquez. The 0. The 0 is not real. Is Dogwood Drive real? It's not. So, Marquez, are you real? I hope so. Marquez Residence, 100 Macondo Lane. Head northeast on 65 and turn left as soon as you see that ugly tree that's always on fire. Look for the barn at the base of the mountain there. Can't miss it. Got it? Out there on Macondo somewhere. Yeah, right? Yeah, that's it. Hey, look, while you were down there, I loaded that old TV of mine into your truck. I borrowed that thing from Weaver Marquez a number of years ago, and now that the power is all weird over here, I can't pick up anything but static and public access anyway. She was always more of a reader, but maybe she'd want it back at home. It is a nice TV. You know, from what I can tell, you were sitting there all along. Blue! Talk to you. Conway scratches behind Blue's right ear. How's it going, Blue? What do you think of this place? How about a treat? Take it easy, Blue. How about a treat? Here's some jerky from the gas station attendant. He's a bit odd, isn't he? He reminds me a bit of your old man, Ira. He's a bit odd, isn't he? Do you miss that guy? He was a good man. A good boss. What do you think of this place? It's odd. I never noticed it driving by. Seems like they're really on the rocks. It's odd. I never noticed it driving by. Are you real, sir? Sun's gone down. You and Blue better get on that road if you're gonna make your delivery. An old hound in a straw hat. Alright. I'm gonna go past the car and look at the highway again. Can we look at the highway? We can, in fact, not look at the highway. Let's look at my truck. No, I already looked at the truck before. Okay, we're gonna enter the truck. And get on the road. Conway heads back into the night. Conway takes a minute to think. Nope. Nope, I just wanted to see where that leads. Okay, ready to leave. There's more to do here. There's more to do here. Why do you give me that option? Why do you give me that option? Let's look in the basement again. Let us check the basement again. Everything alright down here? There's nothing going on. Alright, we're gonna leave. This time for real. Can I run somehow? Is there... Great, I've got a mouse. Gamepad settings. Input controller, disable. Disable rumble. There's gonna be rumble. But last saved 2 minutes ago. No, we're gonna go back to the game and get that cursor out of my face, please. Gotta leave! There's no controls menu, unfortunately, so I don't know if there's a run option. It's time to go. There's still more to do here. Stays put. There's new options every time. It's time to go. Okay. My controller's rumbling. I didn't actually pay attention so much. Where do I have to go? What? A wreck. What? What? Can't go that direction. Blue, talk to you. Conway shakes his head. What a mess, huh? What a waste, right? That gas station attendant was right. Do you think anyone was hurt? Ah, that's that wreck with the bottles. What he's talking about. What he was talking about. Okay. Booze and glass all over the interstate. I bet he could hear each bottle break. Okay. I can't take anything with me, can I? No. Doesn't seem like it. Not your standard type of game. Conway doesn't want to stay any longer. Conway has nowhere to go. Conway, you coming with? I really probably have to go back to Aqueous Oils and look at where... I only... What's that? Notes. Marquez Farm. From Aqueous Oils, head northeast on 65 and turn left as soon as you see that ugly tree that's always on fire. Past the burning... Yeah, that's the only thing I remember. The burning tree. But there's the note sheet here, and we can open that every time we have the option to. So, head northeast. I don't see a burning tree. A tall black oak burns on a hill above the road. What? What? Game? Act 1, Scene 2. Marquez Farmhouse. Hey, Blue. An old hound and a straw hat. Okay. Pretty dark out here, huh? So I guess we just head up the path here. The farmhouse is up the hill in a bit. Keep an eye on the truck, alright? Maybe I can borrow you a treat up there. So Conway's staying. The lamp? A street lamp lights the base of a dusty path leading up the hill. Okay, I see it. I see it. I see the path that I'm supposed to take, but what's down here? What is that angle? Are we gonna find out that someone is watching us go there? I wouldn't be surprised. It's a very atmospheric game. Being able to hear my truck while I go by on the left side of my earphones and then on the right side, and it's pretty good. Nice effect. Graveyard. A family graveyard is set off the side of the house. Headstones are inscribed with the surnames of the unfortunate. Novakovsky, Padilla, Marquez. There's a car. The house. And I can't go beyond. Let's go inside. I would knock on the door. Hello, Igor. Cool that you could join us. Unfortunately, unfortunately, this is not the type of game I would imagine for you to be able to enjoy, but we'll see. It's a point-and-click adventure, and I've been enjoying it so far. It's a kind of very interesting approach at this point-and-click adventure genre. So, is the person you're looking for dead? Marquez, it did say on the graveyard, and if you pay attention to that little chair down there, it's swinging, so that's kind of weird. It's kind of cool. There's a light switch in here. No. I've got the TV with me. Can you not do this? Why do you do this? Since when have you been... Thing's been... Well, I like point-and-click adventure. Okay, so you'll join me for a bit. That's cool. Thank you for joining me. By the way, I'm not the fastest reader, so now with two people it's gonna get interesting. We'll see what's going on in here. I would probably do well to switch on the lights. Oh, there is a person here. There's two people. Weaver, I was just thinking what a lovely house we have. Do you like it? Have you been here before? Did you happen to see an owl? What kind of question? Did you happen to see an owl? What is... Sure, it is a nice house. Is it Weaver Marquez? Is that her name? Because there's only two people in here and one is carrying a TV, aka that's me. So I don't know who Weaver is. Sure, it's a nice house. No, I've never been here before. I didn't see any owl. That's what I'd say. I know, I saw it out the window once. Big, ugly thing, all sound and furry. Well, it's gone now. There used to be another house here, but we had it destroyed and we built this one. It was very expensive and we got quite underwater. What do you do for work? Is it too difficult or do you like it very much? I was once a mathematician. Are you looking for something in particular here? You tell a lot of things to just a random stranger who, like, basically opened your door and switched on the lights. And you were standing there in the dark, which is very odd to begin with. I drive deliveries for a small antique shop. It's better than being in a ditch. I'm looking for the Zero. We don't know what the Zero actually is yet. It's probably just a road. I drive deliveries. Let's do some small talk. I believe it's hard times for a small antique shop. It's hard times everywhere, even out here on our little farm. My parents stopped paying the bank a while back. I shouldn't even be here, but I just stayed. I have some notebooks. I'm only a little bored. I might prefer to watch TV occasionally. Joseph says you're too smart to watch TV. Actually, I have a TV here that I think belongs to you. That's what I'd say. That was a nice thing to say, but he was wrong. I'm not as smart as I used to be. Well, actually, I suppose I am as smart as I used to be, but never any smarter. I don't learn anything new anymore. I write some figures, but nothing radical. I'll bet he sent that old TV along with you, didn't he? Of course he did. That was clever of him. Will you please set it up? Then I can explain to you how to get where you're going. The Zero, I know. Sure, set up TV on just some random table. No, watching TV is not necessarily dumb, but you know, I don't even have a TV of my own. I just have my PC that gets me, you know, the dumbness that I need in life. What's that stove about? A disguised wood-burning stove that is set up in one ash-dusted corner of the room. It's cold to the touch. Sink. Let's look at that sink. An abandoned spider web stretches across the bottom of a saucepan. The skillet is seasoned with dust. We already met people earlier. Igor, you just joined. I can start off saying what I already know about this game. So we basically drove up to an oil, not rig, but an oil place. It was called Aqua's Oils, where you would basically tank up on gasoline. There was an old man sitting there, and he told us, "Oh, go down to the." We're basically looking for the way to go to a certain place, and he said, "I'll tell you, or I'll let you look it up on my PC if you turn on the lights." And we had to go into the basement and turn or activate the circuit breaker again. And we saw people down there in the basement, and after we turned on the lights, or after we got them what they wanted, they were just gone. And Joseph says there were never any people there. So the sink being full of dust is kind of a sign for there not to be anyone living in this house, because who doesn't use a sink? I mean, I don't use particularly many things, but I use my sink. I mean, how is she gonna brush her teeth? Okay, fair. Maybe she's got a second sink. Maybe she just really dislikes it. But this is odd. This is odd. Set up the TV. That's not how it's supposed to look. You've made a mistake setting it up. It's a foreign object to you. Which your parents was it who wouldn't allow you to watch television? What's wrong with that TV? I mean, there's obviously something going on. Can you pinch her? I can't. It would be interesting to find out. I could take away her glasses and see if those, you know, are actually a thing that exists. But we'll find out. I think she might be a ghost, or I think she might be a manufacturing of my own imagination. We'll see. I thought she heard ghosts in the static. Dad thought it was radioactive. I know how to set up a TV. I'm playing a male character. I don't have anything else to say. Of course I do that. Of course. Okay, I'm skeptical. You have it all backwards. I'm not surprised, are you? Have you been paying attention? I don't think you have. It's time to start paying attention now, Conway. Look closely at the television. I'll look closely at the television if I don't have anything else to do. That's not the television. Guys. That's the farm. So, can you see my controller? Because I'm giving inputs. Hey, wake up! You spaced out for a minute there. Okay, I pushed the A button. Nice. The picture on the TV? What do you keep out in that barn? Yeah, I'm interested. Probably a clue. No, just me not giving an input. Sorry. Used to be tools and feet, then books. Now I think it's mostly spiders. That TV is picking up the wrong signal. My cousin Shannon would know more about it. She fixes TVs for a living. Well, she used to. I think the new models are giving her some trouble. So I really just need to get to the zero. Your cousin? It's my father's brother's daughter, Shannon. We're about the same age. Well, we used to be. She's older now. That's my father's brother's daughter. Yeah, the cousin. Easy. She has a workshop up north a ways by the lake, right where Peonia and Wax Road meet. It's a big bait and tackle shop, and she fixes TVs in the back. Do you like fishing? Do you like fishing. What the heck is going on? Okay. Workshop up north a ways by the lake, right where Peonia and Wax Road meet. I'll remember that. Used to be the same age, but now she's older. Yeah. Wouldn't that mean she's dead and doesn't age anymore? About the same age we used to be, and she's older now. Maybe just with me and my sister is 7 years older than me. It's except for 3 months per year, because then she's only 6 years older than me, if that makes any sense. Because we don't have like birthday on the exact same day during the year. I mean, but that's very technical. Oh, that's also a statement there, meaning more mentally mature. Intriguing. Do you like fishing? Honestly, I'm not convinced you should bother with Zero. I'd much rather you find my cousin and fix my TV, but I'll get you headed the right way. So it's pretty easy. Get back on 65 heading north, then take the first right after the artificial limb factory. From there, your arrival at the Zero is basically inevitable. Nice to know you, Conway. Keep your eyes open, especially in the dark. She's gone now. She's gone now. The Zero is apparently the way we have to go to get to Dogwood something else. The place where we have to deliver something that we have to deliver to. Apparently we work for an antique store with grocery, well, like antique store, and we're the delivery man. We have to take that specific route and we don't know how to find it. This guy, I mean, there's no one living here. At least turn off the lights. At least turn them off when you leave. Fine. Let's go outside. Where'd the car go? Where did her car go? What? There was a car standing outside here. A red one. Weird. This is a heck of a weird game, guys. This is the type of game you play drunk, I think. Oh well. Oh well. Yeah, there's people, they are not only watching, they're now making music. There are some horses out there behind the house. I just met this strangest lady and then she's gone. People behind the house, remember the horses you and Lizette and Ira had? I guess they don't sleep in the barn. I miss them sometimes, the horses. Yours didn't like to sleep in the barn either. He's talking to his dog, but he's talking to his dog like they're a human being. I miss them sometimes, the horses. By the way, this is the perfect time. This is probably the loudest the music's ever gonna get. How's the audio balance with the music going on? Because on my end it's a little on the loud side, and I don't know how it's going to be on the stream. Oh, come on. Unfocus the game for a second. Nothing bad happened. Okay. Why doesn't it says live on my end, but the stream is moving. The stream froze, which is a bummer. Yeah, I think it's definitely one of those games where every decision you make changes a little bit about the game. We had a little mini game where... Are you actually reloading my Twitch page, please? Thank you. Thank you. We had a moment where... Whoa. Okay, that was me using my mouse cursor as a waypoint maker. I'm playing with this with the controller right now. We had a section earlier where we had to get to like a password into a TV, and there were like 9 options to take there. 3 times, like there was 3 options, and then there was another, and then there was another, and it was a 3-part password, and we got it right on the first try. I assume that it would have been that you would have gotten it right every time. It doesn't matter which like phrases you would have chosen, and well. Conway heads back into the night. Yes, I am damn creeped out right now. Has been good so far. The guys singing are a tad loud. Okay, no, not change the audio then. For me, the guys singing were a little bit loud as well. As you realized, I spoke up. So, what's the note sheet say? Notes: Kentucky Route 0 and ramp, Shannon Marquez's workshop. From Marquez Farm, up north a ways by the lake, right where Peona and Wax Road meet. It's a big bait and tackle shop, and she fixes TVs in the back. North a ways by the lake. Peonia and Wax Road meet. Is this north? Peonia and Wax Road? What is Peonia? Charlie Morgan Highway? L&N Turnpike Road? Factory. What's this? Cub Run Highway? Let's look at the factory. A creek runs alongside the highway and then turns toward a dirty brick building. A grinding drone from within the building is faintly audible from the interstate. Floodlights on the lawn illuminate the smokestacks. This is probably the artificial limb factory, isn't it? At the edge of the building's parking lot, a large sign, partly obscured by trees, reads Artificial Limb Factory. Okay. What is Ammer? Ammer Artificial Limb Factory. I don't know. Okay, that's the one. By the lake. I don't see a lake. Up north a ways. That's 88. Guitar player. There is... What is this game? There's so much to explore here. A young man in a gray stained clothes sits by the side of the road. He's playing a worn guitar. To his left is a blue mug, and to his right, a weathered dog. Let's listen. Conway stands and listens. The young man strums absently on the guitar, hums tunelessly, and occasionally mumbles a word. Put $1 in the cup. If I've got that spare $1, definitely put it in the cup. The guy won't see another person in a week. Conway puts it in the young man's cup. The young man stops playing, pulls the wet dollar bill out of his whiskey, and hands it back to Conway. You put it in his whiskey. Ugh. Yeah, I've got a couple of note sheets here, and every time I think I have to write something down, I will. We're gonna see it. We've got the notebook that is kept by itself, but right now I wouldn't know what to write down. And I have to... What does audio settings have? Current volume is 7 out of 10. Artisanal audio effects are on. Artisan. That has something to do with fire, right? Yeah, so much for trying to be nice. I put it in his freaking... Okay, we don't want steady, we want drowsy. I'm a slow reader. Okay. We want the Wax Road or something. Club Run Highway. Gap Hill Road. Cherry Spring. North a ways. Nolan Dam Road. Union Light Dog Creek Road. The bait shop, Wax Road, and this is Peonia Road. Cool, we got there, boys. And girl. Need to go north on 65th. On 65th, it leads me directly to the 0, and I don't want to go to that location yet. There's so much to explore here. Let's not go there yet. Conway pulls into the bait shop parking lot. Vaulted above the road on a thin steel bar, a handwritten sign reads live bait, minnows small and also large for stripers, night crawlers, chips and beer. A green flyer hangs loosely from a bit of masking tape at eye level. To the shop's right, a dirt parking lot sprawls unevenly into grass and then eventually trees. The bait shop is open. Enter the bait shop. Read the flyer. Drive away. Read the flyer. Conway reads the flyer. Computer printed type in a bold font surrounds a clip art illustrated on a TV set. The TV has eyes, arms, and legs. Its shoulders are slouched. On the screen is a cartoon expression of exhausted nausea. A hot water bottle rests against its wire antenna. TV repair. No model too old. Inquire within. We don't sell digital converter boxes. Conway enters. Narrow aisles crowded with lures, reels, rods, and snacks divide the shop lengthwise from the entrance to the cashier's counter. The left wall is lined with churning tanks of water. Approach the counter. Look into the tanks. Conway approaches the tanks. The 3 metal tanks aren't labeled, and the water is too agitated to get a clear view of what's inside each one. The contents of the first tank are vaguely gray, the second is a muddy pink, the third is clear, but shiny silver flecks occasionally flash along its surface. Reach into? Wait! Let's not. I don't reach into random tanks with, like, what? Don't do that. Steps away from the tanks. Narrow aisles crowded. Brr. Okay, guys, which tank do you want me to grab into? The dirty water? The pink one? Or, of course, the pink one. Yeah. Pink suggests alcohol? Are you sure? I mean, do we want to reach into a big tank of alcohol? Or the clear one with silver thingies inside of it? I don't... You can make your choice. You can make your choice. We're definitely gonna... Yeah, okay. Pink one? If you say pink one, I'll grab into the pink one. Conway's not gonna be happy about this. Muddy pink. Reach into the second tank. Conway reaches into the second tank. Conway's finger slipped through something fleshy but inert. The sensation is nauseating. Okay. Reaches deeper into the tank, and his elbow passes into the pinkish mass. He realizes he's about to be sick from the smell and pulls away. Reach into the first tank. I mean, you gotta do... now you gotta wash your hands. Now you gotta wash your hands in the dirty water. Conway's hand brushes against something roughly the size of his palm. Reach deeper. Conway's hand comes into contact with a scaly, uneven surface. As he runs his fingers along the bottom, a bead of sweat bridges... A bead of sweat bridges the inches from his temple to the water's surface. Something bites at his forearm. He recoils. Coolant for metallurgy? Okay. I mean, if you say so, I have no knowledge of that kind of thing. Let's reach in there, see what happens. The water seems to tremble with life. Conway can't tell if his hand is being nibbled by fish or massaged by the artificial current. As his eyes near the surface of the water, he can see something colorful glowing faintly at the bottom of the tank. Grab it! Take it! A tremor spreads from his elbow out to his fingerprints and up to the base of his shoulder. His vision flickers. The water's running warm under his skin now, and he has the sensation that something is about to snap. His eyes close. He lays on the rooftop. New shingles rough beneath his back, swelling in the noon sun. He's exhausted. They must have started before dawn. His legs are sore from holding stable on the uneven surface. His wrists from breaking old sealant. His fingers from carefully lifting shingles to hammer down new ones. He's having a flashback to some old memory of his. His boss, Ira, yells from the idling truck below. He shades his eyes with his hand. A beer would be good. It's barely past noon, but he's worked a full day already. What could the harm be? Maybe a shot at the counter just to get his eyes open. Then a beer. He could offer to drive into town for lunch and stop at that place on Cumberland. The cashier pushes Conway roughly on the shoulder. He's been talking, yelling maybe, but it's all an echo now. Conway looks up, his neck stiff with pain, his right palm still tingling. The cashier points to the tank, then above it to a few holes torn in the wall, nail holes from which an electric sign has come dislodged and fallen into the water. He helps Conway to his feet, looks at him pitifully, and returns to the cash register. We just had an electrical shock! Great! Okay. That was a great experience. I mean, you know, under the circumstances, was probably not all that great. But, you know, it happened. Let's finally talk to the guy. Let us finally talk to the guy. Conway approaches the counter. A wiry cashier stands behind the register, preoccupied with a Sudoku puzzle. I do Sudokus as well at, I wanted to say at work, but not at work when I take a break at work, of course. Never at work. Ask about Shannon Marquez's workshop. Ask about the basketball game. Yes. Conway asks about the basketball game. The cashier switches on the radio. An AM sports broadcast is playing, but Conway can't be sure if it's meant to answer or to drown out his questions. Ask about Shannon Marquez's workshop. A handwritten sign on the door behind the counter reads, TV repairs by appointment. Please consult with cashier. The cashier knocks a few times on the door and waits, occasionally glancing at his puzzle. After a few moments with no answer, he notices a smaller note written on the sign, reads it, then points it out to Conway. Read the note on the workshop's door. Weaver, I got your message. We left for the old mine. Don't know if I'll see you there or what. Ready either way, Shannon. The old mine. Why would I read that again? It's right there. Okay. Walk away. We don't know where the old mine is. Narrow aisles. Brr, 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 brr. Okay, let's leave. Vaulted above the road on a thin steel bar. A handwritten sign says, okay, we read all that out. The old mine. We didn't get any information about the old mine yet. Dirty parking lot. Eventually trees. Okay, we gotta actually change that text speed back to steady. Bait shop is open. Enter the bait shop, read the flyer, drive away. Okay. The old mine. Are we just gonna find that, or is it like right around the corner, or is it not? Ooh. Ding, ding, ding. Where's he? I don't... That's weird. This is a very interesting aspect of this game. You can just waltz around all the roads there are. An airplane? What? Nita Road. Two shirtless, shoeless men push a light aircraft along the highway. Occasionally, one or the other slips a bit on the sweating asphalt, or stops to pull back his hair. Men at work. The rubber is almost worn away. Soon these men will be dragging this airplane. Men are nearly broken. I don't know if I have to worry about fuel. It didn't give me an indicator yet. It didn't. I think not. The game very much, like, engages you to do a lot of exploration here on your own without even having to do so. So, having you have, like, depletable resource such as fuel would be, like, would go against that sentiment. Conway has places to go. No, not yet. Let's watch him. Let's watch him. Like take off. They're not completely gone yet. There's still a little bit left. You gonna do anything? No, no. I think that's it. Okay, but that's a good. That's a good comment there. I'm gonna actually look out. Is there any bar? I don't see any though. I don't see anything. Sunfish Bee Spring Road, Sunfish Road Church. A singing chorus echoes from within the church. The building is 1 story tall with a pitched roof and a 3-story spire rising from the front. The top section of the spire is made of stainless glass, and an interior light illuminates the pines in red, green, and blue. The large LED display glows in the parking lot. Light of the Last Great Awakening Baptist Church. Enter. Listen. The muffled chorus drones at a steady volume, repeating the same 2 verses without rest. I will turn down the volume just a little bit. That's kind of annoying after all, I think. Please remind me to turn it back up afterward. 2 verses without rest. Okay, let's enter. Conway approaches the church doors. The front doors of the church are modest and worn. They're locked. Walk around the rear of the building. A lamp leads up from a few dusty metal trash cans to the church's back door. Look into the trash cans. Why? Well, do this. One has a bit of something leafy and rotten stuck to the bottom of it. Another is full of unlabeled videotapes. Unlabeled videotapes? Porn, maybe? No, I didn't say that. Enter the church's back door. He finds himself in a kitchen lit by a buzzing fluorescent seating fixture. On the counter are a plate of moldy bread and an empty Dixie cup flecked red around its waxy rim. A set of swinging plastic doors on the far wall lead out of the kitchen. Walk through plastic doors. I mean, you're gonna get in trouble, but go. Vacant pews sprawl unevenly into the church. A small raised stage lies to Conway's right, bare except for a tape recorder. The tape recorder's power cord runs to an outlet near Conway's feet. Unplug. The singing stops. The lights fail. Lights fail? Why can I not go down here? Weird. I guess that's not a way I can go. Guys, is that creepy or is that creepy? It just got a little bit darker outside. I might not have fuel. I might have a sanity meter. Just a random museum. Guys, I'm gonna put my controller down on my table right now. As you can tell, there's something going on. Let's look at that museum, shall we? Let's go into that museum. A sign in front of the building just reads museum. The lights are off, but the front door is open. Enter! I enter everything. A few feet inside the museum doors, the ambient sound of the highway drops sharply away. The room is cold, dark, and still. A book lies open on a table in the center of the room. An open hallway extends to the left. Large glass doors bar the path ahead. Walk to the hallway. Walk through the glass doors. Look at the book. There's no title on the book's spine or cover. A 3-word phrase written in pencil on the first page is smudged and indecipherable. That's a stretch, Igor. That's a stretch. I don't think... I mean, you're making connections there, but we'll see. I'll just be on the safe side and find out myself. Oh, thank you, thank you. I forgot. Okay, volume is back up. Good. My tiny human brain is just not able to handle the small things in life. There's no title on the book's spine or cover. A 3-word phrase written in pencil on the first page is smudged and indecipherable. On the first page, someone has left an ink drawing of a horse. Several dozen blank pages later, at the end of the book, is an elaborate ink drawing of a one-legged man working an antique adding machine surrounded by whiskey bottles. Well, that might be true, Igor, but we'll see. We'll see. There's a lot of weird things going on. I wouldn't be surprised. But this game is said to have 5 acts. We're in the first act, and I looked up on, like, we went through the second scene at Marquez's house. I don't know how many scenes an act has, but I looked up on how long to beat, how long it takes to beat this video game, and it said, like, on average, a person takes 8 hours. I don't think I'll take 8 hours. I think I'll take like 12, but that's okay. I'm not playing for 12 hours right now, by the way. This is probably going to have to be, there's probably going to be a second stream at some point. Just for this game. And as you can tell, I'm already pretty tired after 1 hour of streaming. Because I only had very little sleep. Okay. Walk to the hallway. Walk through the glass doors. Glass doors. Glass doors won't budge. To apply any more force would likely break them. Let's return to the entrance. We don't want trouble. We don't want trouble. Book lies open. Not gonna pay attention to that right now. Walk to the hallway. Ah! Didn't mean to do that. Enter. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Walk to the hallway. Conway walks down the hallway to the left. Conway's steps echo against the hallway's marble floor and arched ceilings. Plexiglass boxes line the walls. The hallway dead ends on a darkened display case. Look at the boxes. First box, just a few feet into the hall, contains an assortment of bird wings. Some are missing feathers. One large, brightly colored wing almost glows in the moonlight. Its feathers are intact, but a piece of bone pokes awkwardly out from the tip. Look at the boxes on the walls. And... okay. That was that. Darkened display case. The display case is several yards wide, but just a few feet off the ground. It's unlit, and back in this corner of the darkened museum, very little moonlight creeps in. A gold-plated plaque on the surface of the case is a bit easier to read. It recounts a short history of foul hunting in the region, and then speculates abruptly about the nature of addiction. Okay. Guys, do you want to smash some glass? Because I want to smash some glass right now. Let's smash some glass. The glass shatters. Somewhere ahead, a light switches on. After a moment, it switches off. The room is dark again, and the floor is covered in broken glass. Walk to the hallway. Walk through the glass doors. Broken glass grinds under Conway's boots as he walks down the hall. He has the feeling of being in a larger space. Very little light reaches the far end of the hallway. Feel the walls, feel the floor. Don't feel the floor, there's glass. Conway runs his hands along the walls. The walls are completely smooth and strangely warm. Conway can feel his breath and sweat condensing on the surface. Okay, feel the floor. You're gonna cut your hands. You're gonna cut your hands. The floor is completely smooth and strangely warm. Conway can feel his breath and sweat condensing on the surface. We need a light. If we have a light source, we can probably get further into that area. Drive away. That's something I'm going to write down. Oh, so much vibration going on. Oh, it's actually a good feeling. You don't know where I put my controller. I hope you don't. Museum with light? Question mark. Okay, I wrote a note. First one. That note sheet is going to be full by the end of the day. We would like to find a mine, but where do you find a mine? Like, how do you... I don't know how much there is to explore down here. There's these roads on the left here. I can't enter these. Buffalo Creek. This is hard to hit. There. No. Come on. You don't understand. Okay. Oh, I should have gone down here. The office of the Buffalo Creek Rural Electric Cooperative Corporation is almost invisible from the road. Its parking lot overgrown with weeds and its facade sheltered by ivy. Look in a window. A sinewy shadow obstructs the view through the window. Enter the front door. The floor is loosely covered in dirt. Parts of the carpet have rotted with exposure to rain. Wild mushrooms grow in some corners of the room. The wall behind the front desk has been mostly rotted away. It looks fragile. Push through the back wall. Conway pushes through the moldy back wall. Conway finds himself in what may once have been a conference room. The floor has fallen away in places and filled with a dark green mire. The walls in the conference room are decayed and damaged. Push through another wall. The drywall dissolves as Conway pushes through it, falling in damp clumps in the marsh. He breaks through into a long hallway. Glow of a bioluminescent fungus casts a faint blush on the walls. Conway has the feeling he has interrupted something. What? After a moment of silence, the frog chorus resumes. I mean, that is... You just said it. Bioluminescent fungus. Take it. What? What a weird game! What a weird game. This is where I came from, I think. Interstate 65. Don't want to go down there yet. It's down here. Gonna find a mine? Diner. Guts Hydro Road. The diner doesn't appear to have a name. A vinyl banner slung above the door simply reads 24 hours. It only has one window behind which the blinds are tightly closed. Try the door. Door swings open easily. Bell rings nearby. The interior of the diner is pitch black. Walk in. Wait a moment to adjust to the darkness. The bit of errant light from the nearby highway creeps through the open door, and gradually Conway is able to make out a few figures inside. Two old men in trucker hats sit in a corner booth with a checkers board set on the table between them. A young woman standing behind the counter in an apron must be a waitress. The cook stares blankly from the kitchen. The door slams shut. The room is dark again. Sit down at the counter. Try to open the door and leave. What do you mean, try to? What do you mean? Sit down at the counter. Conway walks in the direction of the counter. He hits his knee on something hard and metallic, winces quietly, and then carefully finds his way to the stool. He places his hand on the counter. Another hand, a young woman's, rests itself on his. She guides his fingers to a laminated menu. Conway closes his eyes, opens them, maybe closes them again. Impossible to differentiate. Order coffee, order waffles, ask her about the basketball game. We really need to know. The Wildcats are struggling, but today's was an important game. They could have rallied. Perhaps the waitress heard the game from the kitchen, or maybe she's a fan herself. Conway clears his throat. He feels a warm hand against his cheek and freezes. Her fingers run across the stubble of his chin. He feels like apologizing. She leans forward, and so does he. What the shit? Damn it, I was hungry. I should have ordered waffles. I really couldn't... This was not supposed to be how it goes. Glasgow Road. It's not scary, but it is text-based. I said this before. It's a point-and-click adventure that we are playing today, and it's got some very, very odd elements of mystery to it. Technically, we're just a delivery delivery truck driver, and we've got to get something that we don't know what it is to somewhere that we don't know where it is, and we have to find a road. And well, we got directions already, but the directions led us to a woman who afterward seemed like a like, she gave us the directions, and she gave us an optional objective as well, and then she was just gone. Her car was gone, she didn't say goodbye, she seemed like a ghost, and I think our person might have mental, like, a little bit of mental instability. But, well, you'll see if you stick with me. We've gone to a museum where we smashed some glass, and we just had a hot date in a diner with a waitress that we talked, only about a basketball game with. But, yeah, it's not scary. No. Barren River Records? I don't know what RECC means. Barren River. Back to game. Barren River. Ah, look at it. No. Look at it, please. The exterior of the Barren River Rural Electric Cooperative Corporation is a dingy beige sprinkled with fading graffiti. That's what RECC means. The Rural Electric Cooperative Corporation. Barren River Rural Electrical Cooperative Corporation. Almost. Is a dingy beige sprinkled with fading graffiti. The front door hangs open from a broken hinge. The windows are dark. Look in a window. Like, that's basically what I do every time. It's definitely not Amnesia levels of scary. I'm a huge scaredy cat, and I've not been creeped out. It's just basically it's a very atmospheric title that is heavily dependent on even the noises you hear. I can hear right now that the car is, for example, running, and there were other noises. There was a weird band of musicians that was watching me and doing weird, creepy music at one point. But we'll see how it develops. The windows are too dirty to see anything inside, but a few dim shapes, furniture maybe, or livestock. Enter the front door. I hope my microphone doesn't pick me up burping. Conway steps through the front door. The room feels empty with no furniture other than the built-in front desk. Host to a disconnected telephone and a few empty beer cans. Meandering lines of color have been spray painted along the walls. I would not dare try, like, basically any horror game. I would be very, very scared. Not my thing. Not my thing. Meandering lines of color have been spray painted along the walls. Behind the desk, a hallway leads into darkness. Pick up the telephone that is not connected. What do you want? Fine, pick it up. Conway lifts the telephone receiver to his ear. There is no dial tone. The phone is disconnected. Big surprise. Listen closer. With the phone pressed close to his ear, Conway can hear a thin, quiet roar, like the ocean, or the highway, or the blood flooding through his ears because he's pushing the handle too hard against his ear. It happens. Enter the hallway. Conway steps into the hallway. The hallway passes several smaller office doors. It quickly disappears into darkness. Something is glowing in the distance, barely. Walk to the dark end of the hall. No, I won't get scared. I'll never get scared. Walk to the dark end. I do get scared. End of the hallway. Try an office door or two. Let's try them. One of the office doors is still locked. Another has been broken open. The door handle bent awkwardly inwards and embedded in the wood, but it's jammed against a filing cabinet. On closer inspection through the crack in the door, the whole room is filled with filing cabinets and other disused furniture. The hallway passes several smaller office doors. It quickly disappears into darkness. Something is glowing in the distance, barely. Walk to the dark end of the hall. By the way, with this game I get many options here, but once I make a choice, basically I can't work my way through all the options. I was able, at a diner before, I was able to talk to a waitress about the basketball game. I was able to order a coffee or order waffles. I talked to her about basketball, which developed into a very, very, branch of the storyline, but we didn't get any waffles out of it, so that sucked, basically. Walk to the end of the hallway. Door at the far end of the hallway is tightly closed, but a warm glow bleeds in from the edges. Ooh. Open. Opens the door at the end of the hallway. The handle is loose and the door swings open easily. The hallway fills with warmth, light, and the smells of smoke and coffee. About a dozen men and women sit around a campfire in the middle of a large room. Cubicle walls have been cut into pieces, some leaning up against the walls and some arranged into stacks of firewood. One of the women waves to Conway and offers him an empty chair. It's missing wheels, but it's comfortable and easily adjustable to his height. Someone takes a pot hung above the fire and pours coffee into a styrofoam cup. Conway accepts it, and they all return to watching the fire. What a weird game. By the way, we're looking for a mine still. I'm just going random places because there's stuff to explore here, but we're really just supposed to go to a mine. No rumbling. Veterans Outer Loop. Yeah, it's an outer loop, all right. New Bowling Green Road. Maybe that's the dragonflies? The truck jerks toward the shoulder, nearly run off the road by a swarm of dragonflies. Their wings beat briefly in the headlights and disappear into the night. What the heck? Seriously. My truck almost got run off or like pushed off the road by dragonflies. Something is going on. Was there a real or was there a there was audio like an in the background? I didn't imagine that. Like an maybe that's my car. On ramp? On ramp? What does that mean? Yeah, like maybe a little bit like someone talking. No, 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 no. Blue? Conway brushes some dirt off of Blue's hat. How's it going, Blue? Take it easy, Blue. We're gonna go. I don't want scene 3 yet. Don't want scene 3. We're gonna go. Moving truck rumbles softly to itself. Yeah, no. I looked at it. I didn't actually enter. Let's go away from here. Conway doesn't want to stay any longer. I think this might be the entrance to the Zero, the on-ramp. Yeah, it's right behind the artificial limb factory right down here. I'm not making a joke. That's an artificial limb factory. And that down there is our main quest objective. What is that? What are those couples of... I can't go off. Good. There's got to be a mine here somewhere. I wish the game had given me some directions. Would have been nice. Would have been awfully nice. But no. We're almost getting to the... Yeah, that's the bait shop. Okay, we made a full loop. I wouldn't hold it against you guys if you opened like a wiki article of where to go, but don't do that. Just saying. No, I would actually... I'm never a person to look up where I have to go, but if... Yeah, I mean, that's actually a very good point. Mines... Thank you. From Marquez's farm, get back on 65 heading north and take the first right after the artificial limb factory. Oh! Oh! Those are the mines. Oh. Okay. Well, I mean, yeah. I didn't know that. I thought that was just the entrance to the zero. Well, we're going to the ramp. Great advice. Okay, scene... What do you mean, scene 4? Elkhorn Valley. But this is scene 3. I went back to scene 3. Okay. I can talk to Blue again. Conway brushes some dirt off. How's it going, Blue? Huh. Not sure that lady was right about the on-ramp to the zero being here. Hey, you got something on your hat. Been digging in Lizette's flowers again? Did you pick that up on the road? Of course not. She just can't keep you out of there, can she? The way Ira used to yell at you, you'd think he was losing his mind. She just can't keep you out of there, can she? Oh man, that's creaking in the wind. There's an entrance. I still don't have anything that glows in the dark. Shannon speaks into the large brick cell phone held up to her ear. What's a large brick cell phone? It's Shannon. It's $200 for 2 weeks. Yeah, it's yeah, it kind of is an emergency. No, it's fine. I'll figure it out. It's $200 for 2 weeks. Inaudible. That's true, I guess he can kick me out for another week or 2, but can I trust him not to just change the locks? I guess he can't kick me out for another week or 2, but can I trust him not to just change the locks? I guess. Inaudible. Yes, and I appreciate that, but okay, you're right, just never mind. I've got to go, sorry. I appreciate that, but okay, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Love you. Forget it, bye. Shannon hangs up the phone and puts it away. I move the truck. I am the one, I'm the one who just moves around and goes to random locations. Yeah, that conversation was extremely random. Stranger. Okay, can only do I can only click A. Excuse me, ma'am, I saw the light was on and I'm looking for the on-ramp to... Are you here to kick me off the property? Do you believe in ghosts? Yes, after like an hour and a half of playing this game, I believe in ghosts. Well, let's see. I do believe a place can be haunted, if that's what you mean. What about a person? Can a person be haunted? No, that's not what I mean. Can a person be haunted? Yeah, that might be it. I need multiple playthroughs. But this game takes a long time to play, especially if I play it like this. Sure, I guess a person could. Sometimes I feel haunted myself. What haunts you? Bad decisions, I guess. Wasted youth. Well, look. Here's what it is. I drive deliveries for a shop called Lizette's Antiques, and I'm out trying to finish this job. You're making a delivery to the mine. What kind of stuff are you haunting? Yeah, I want to know. Antiques? Good stuff. Lizette has a sharp eye for the little good it's done her lately. You know, it's just one recession after another. Everybody's selling their old stuff cheap, but nobody's really buying. I have a delivery for 5 Dogwood Drive, and I can't remember ever seeing that address before. Now, I heard I need to take a highway called the Zero. What haunts you, Eric? Oh. Well, if I were to give you an honest answer or a joke answer, if I had to make it a joke answer, I'd probably say clowns, but I don't have like anything against clowns. If I had to give you a real answer, I would say like making mistakes. That's kind of what I hate the most. I hate making mistakes. And I really hate making the same mistake twice or 3 times, or multiple times. That's the stuff that keeps me up at night. Because I'm disappointed in myself. Alright, so I met this young lady, name of Weaver Marquez. And she sent me this way, and so here I am. Uncommon kind of place for an on-ramp, but that's what it's been like so far anyway with... not guilt per se. It's just I don't know what it is. It's just it doesn't have anything to do with guilt. No one is actually like in a bad put in a bad position because I make a mistake. It's just me that's kind of you know, not particularly it's not particularly convenient for me to make mistakes. But it doesn't matter for anyone else. It just matters to me. What? Weaver Marquez, do you know her? So, you saw her tonight. I know Weaver. She is my cousin. I'm Shannon Marquez. Oh, you're the one who fixes televisions. That's right. Did she tell you that, too? Of course she did. Weaver doesn't lie. One time when we were younger, she told me my dad had been in a terrible car wreck. There was crushed metal everywhere, and we'd be hearing it echo through the house for years, she said. I was very upset, crying, and then my dad walked in the door, just come back from a trip to the junkyard collecting scrap metal to fashion into wind chimes. I was angry, but she said it wasn't a joke and it wasn't a lie. At the time I thought she meant it as a riddle or a puzzle. But Weaver's not a puzzle. She's a mystery. So maybe the zero is down here somewhere? So what are you doing here? Down here? Shannon? I talked to Weaver earlier this evening too. Or anyway, she talked to me. It's hard to tell if she's listening sometimes. Weaver told me I had to come down here to the old Elkhorn mine. She said I'd find something I've been looking for. Where did you see Weaver? At my workshop. She just appeared. I hadn't seen her since a long time. It's not such a bad thing, you showing up now. All told, I'd rather not go down there alone. Your dog should stay up here, though. It's no place for a dog. This is an old mine. It runs pretty deep and tangled. If we are going to go down into it, find your on-ramp and whatever else, we've got to keep our bearings. I don't want to get turned around. I've got some gear here to measure conductively, frequency response, stuff like that. Maybe we can find a way to put a signal out ahead. Do some analysis and figure out what kind of topology we're up against. Topology, okay. Sure, let's look around. Topology. That's the science of continuous space, my friend, the way this twisty maze of passages fits together. Topology, guys. No work tomorrow. Yeah, I gotta work tomorrow, though. Blue. Can I hear my own heart pumping? Nope, that's the dog's footsteps. Yeah, the way he walks. He walks like he's constantly listening to music. Alright, the PA, what do you say? That runs into the mine's PA system. Do you think it still works? Only one way to find out. The little light on the front of it is off. Slender Man on the 2P. I don't know what that word is. Only one way to find out. Alright, give it a whirl. Into PA. Is anybody down there? How big is this place? ... Anybody down there? No, wrong thing. Nothing, huh? Oh, there's no power. Yeah, okay. Even when this old mine was up and running, it was tricky to keep stuff powered. You know, the miners used to have to pay just to run the fans and the lights. Yeah, they got paid in these shitty plastic tokens, coal script, you know. And if you want to run the fans for a bit, to clear the air up, well, you have to put a token in. My parents used to work here, so did Weaver's parents. I guess a lot of folks' parents worked here. So let's just head into the mine and see what we see. Can we power it up? I would like to power it up. I bet we just have to free up some power for the PA system. Everything is rationed. Here, set up that lamp of yours, and I'll go unplug these ceiling lights. Conway clears his throat nervously. Conway tries to think of something clever to say. Conway fidgets with the change in his pocket. Think of something clever to say. I heard the speakers back here crackle a bit. It's on now. Try saying something into the mouthpiece. Well... Okay, I hear ya. We need to measure the echo delay time and figure out how deep the tunnels run. Just make some noise into the mouthpiece. Oh, I can make some noise. I can. Tap the mouthpiece. Rubs a finger along the surface of the mouthpiece. Clears his throat. If there's anyone in the bind and you just... What is that supposed to... What is that supposed to do for those people? It's gonna creep them out. It's dark down there. What do you think? Clear your throat. Conway scrapes a coin across the mouthpiece. Conway knocks on the table. Hums a deep tone in the mouthpiece. It's the creepiest toupee! Ah! Haha. Slender man with a toupee. I get it. Okay. Yeah, I mean, a dog would very much help. And the lack of oxygen type thing, I didn't even think of that. But apparently it's no place for a dog. Shannon says. Hum a deep tone. What kind of deep tone is that? Burp, burp, burp. Sounds like a siren. Conway spits. That's not making tones. Whistles. And blows on the mouthpiece. God, don't do that. I hate it when you do that. Whistles. Okay. Like why does my lantern flicker in the same frequency as that whistle? Kippen is a bad word only in the sense that it's basically like an informal word for cigarette, basically. And I wouldn't call it a bad word, but it's just informal language in German. Nothing else. So, as nice spelling there, little Lily Valley. Ziggurats. There's a game called Ziggurat. I first thought you were typing about that game. That's okay. Fair. Clears his throat, hums a deep tone, whistles. Shannon. Damn, that is a long delay. These tunnels run deep. I bet some of them have ruptured or joined up with a cave system. I'm sorry, I'm not a particularly fast reader. We're not getting anywhere if there's 3 people in chat talking to me. Good lord, how would I handle 10? It's actually good that there's very few viewers. It is. Alright, I set up my spectrum analyzer. So just say something into the mouthpiece and we can get a sense for how narrow the mine tunnels are. Don't be shy, just say anything that comes into your head. Tell me a story about something. Or what did you have for breakfast today? Into PA. Double entendre. No, it's not. You don't spam. I like it. I'm getting attention here. I usually don't get that, but I'm probably gonna have to not read some of them if I want to make progress. Here's a story. I used to work doing roof repair. I had breakfast with Lizette. No. Nope, story. Maybe it is a horror game. Maybe it is a horror game. My boss got a real big job out in Louisville. We even fixed up a church roof once. It should have taken us an hour to get there. It seemed like a big project, but doable. But then a thunderstorm hit and it was too late anyhow. But I was too hungover and we ran late. What's going on with the lights? Nice conversation in chat there. No, those are not insults. Not particularly much. God, it looks like the tunnels are pretty cramped. Yeah, low ceilings. Hope you're ready to stoop a bit. You're probably used to it. One more test. We just need to know if the air is breathable, or if it's too thin or too dense. Just sit real close to the mouthpiece and breathe. I'll measure the resonance of your breath with the air in the tunnels. Just try to relax. Try to breathe naturally. Conway breathes and thinks about the road. Conway breathes and thinks about the road. And remembers a moment earlier in the day and remembers a moment when he was younger. Getting some pretty strong readings here. I think we're in good shape, but keep it up for a minute. Conway breathes and visualizes a hot meal or a cold drink. I could go for a cold drink. It's summer right now. Breathes and relax. Thinking of a cold drink. I've got some hot tea right here. I don't have any hot tea in that cup. Oh, F me. I gotta get that noise out of the way. And relaxes as a pedal of feet. Oh, God. Get that out of my ears. Jesus, I'm sorry. Oh, I can't. I want to drink some tea right now, but that controller is rumbling a lot, and that noise was not my type of thing. Okay. Conway breathes and relaxes as a peal of feedback and loose rock engulfs him. Act 1, Scene 5. Elkhorn Mine. Jesus, are you alright? What the hell? My leg is stuck. Yeah, it is. Shit. Okay, I'm gonna pull you out. We have to get you out of here. There you go. Okay, are you hurt? Can you put any weight on that leg? It's all messed up. That's fine. Just try to stand up. Careful, I'm right here. Damn, don't worry, I've got ya. That leg is in bad shape. Here, let's get you onto the tram. Here you go. Now, let's see if this thing has power. Well, okay, there is some luck, right? We should be able to ride this tram right out of the auxiliary exit. If there are any, I think there are. I can walk. What about Weaver? What about the on-ramp? What about Weaver? We'll just find the exit and then figure out what to do from there. That's our first priority. So, the controls are over on your side. Let's get moving. What is that kind of sitting position? Let's turn off the lights. Oh no, that's the controls. She was sitting in like a yoga pose right there. Maybe that's just... No, I turned off the lights. Good. I can control this one. I want to go full throttle. I think we want to go full throttle here. I actually don't want to go full throttle. I don't trust this area, and it's real creepy. I mean, it's a mine shaft. What do you expect? Anything I can see here? What the heck? Is that a boat? Is that a scarecrow? It's a turnable. Turn. Oh, here we are. This may be hard to believe. It's hard for me to believe myself, but this whole branch was underwater last I heard. Is it safe? How did that happen? Some careless miner or some unattended machine bored through into an underground lake. The water came in pretty fast and a lot of folks got trapped in the tunnels. I only heard parts of how it went from there. Sanitized for the bereaved. You know how these big companies are. But there was gossip too. The trapped miners couldn't get the pumps going because the power was rationed, so they shut all the lights off. But even then it wasn't enough. So I guess it was dark when they... Are you okay? You lost some people down here, didn't you? We all lost people down here. Well, not all of us, but most of us. It doesn't matter now. Look, this old turntable is still wired up. The controls are dead, but I can use my signal generator to switch tracks so the water hasn't damaged it too much. Or we can just keep heading down this tunnel. All this junk hanging up around the turntable is from the company store. Just junk, you know. The miners would buy it and use it to decorate the place, or as landmarks, I guess. Hard to know which way is which down here. It's all so dim and gray. Shannon connects two clip LEDs from her signal generator to the turntable's electrical panel. We're on the track between the animal bones and the rowboat, so... Tuning, the pendulum and the casket, the bat feeder and the scarecrow disconnects the signal generator. Pendulum and the casket. Bat feeder and the scarecrow. I don't know what a bat feeder is. Disconnect for the moment. I do not know what a bat feeder is. If we're gonna come back the exact same way, or if there's gonna be a dead end, I'll have to turn it and use a different route. But for the moment, we have... Yeah, bat feeder, food bowl for bats. I mean, I guess, but... Why do you need that? Why do you want to feed bats? Thank God. Okay, let's go. Let's poke around down here a bit more first. I could exit, or I could go talk to Mr. Batfeeder Man. This machine is damn cool, but why is there a bird cage on it? Seriously, who put that there? Like, is that for the canary down here for getting the workers motivated? Okay, turntable. It's time. Bats are not cute. Why are bats cute? I don't understand. You don't understand. Okay, we wanna not go straight. We wanna go to the pendulum and the casket. Okay. To avoid gas. Bad noses. Stage? Damn, it's almost totally intact. I thought it would have been destroyed. What is this place? Destroyed by what? When the mine flooded, I mean. It looks so fragile, doesn't it? It's a recording studio, basically. Kind of thrown together, but... When this mine was active, a couple of folk music archivists spent time here recording miners' songs. Really academic, ivory tower types. None of the miners really talked to them much. So they stayed at the margins, observed, took notes. And then sometimes they'd get someone on a lunch break to sing into their microphone. Then I guess the power company got some kind of interest in their project and gave the archivists some coal strips, script totems to pay the miners with for their songs. Did you ever come down here? What do you think the archivists were after? Yeah, I came here with my parents once or twice. They used to play music here even when those archivists weren't around. It was a nice setup, kind of rickety, kind of dangerous, I guess, but I don't know. It had a good energy. It was warm sometimes. Cool. Backstory. So we definitely want to go to all the places we can. Shannon, are you really certain you're comfortable in that pose? Are you though? Here's a tape player. A dusty reel-to-reel tape player is stashed beneath a track loaded with tape, but starved for power. Starved for power. I wouldn't know how to give it any power. I could probably turn off my lantern, but I didn't actually. I can't actually do that. I tried. I wasn't given that option. Let's use the turntable yet again. Aim at the bat feeder we were talking about, and apparently bats are cute. And, well, it's unfortunate that they are exposable to the miners, but, I mean, as a miner, you are creating this mine for yourself, so you're basically creating an environment for the bats that wasn't even there before. But I don't know how you would. Maybe they were using an old cave system that existed there previously, or who knows. We're on the track between the pendulum and the casket, so Shannon tuning the animal bones, and the rowboat, and the bat feeder, and the scarecrow. Okay, we're gonna reach the third possible area and see what's there. I love scarecrows! Okay. Is that the bat feeder? That strange thingy on the string that's shaking from left to right? Wonder. Oh, I know why my Twitch page says 3 viewers, because my stream on my end crashed again, so I'm not labeled as a viewer anymore. Dead end. Do you hear that? Kind of a muffled rumbling. Maybe we're near water, maybe we're near the surface. That looks like near the surface, that looks like a roadway. Yeah, sounds kind of like a highway. I wonder why they stopped digging so abruptly here. Maybe they hit a pipe or something? It's decelerating by itself, a broken track. The tracks are all messed up here. This tram isn't going any further. I wonder what's down that tunnel. Okay, we've seen everything we can in the mine. Let's go out then. There's that PA system. Let's go to the fish, the animal bones, and the... I don't remember. Animal bones and the rowboat, right. And go to the right. We're getting out of this mine shaft. We're getting out from this noise that's created by this weird cart. It's an interesting thought that the bird inside that cage would be able to smell random gases. Was that an actual thing, or was that something you just said out of trying to make sense of that situation? Guess if that's... I'll have to look that up afterwards, actually. Here we are. Let's get out of here. Yeah, okay. That tunnel where the tracks were broken. I'd like to take a look down there. Do whatever you need. I'll just wait for you here. If you wait for me here, I'll just go take another look around. Sure, okay. I'll be right here. What? What? I thought I was gonna go down here. Well, okay, fair. I wanted to go as Conway. Apparently we're going as Shannon. I don't know why they would split up. Helmets. Is that Conway? It would have to be. Is that you, Blue? How come you can drive the car? Why did you never tell me? How's it going, Blue? Sorry I left you alone so long. Hurt my leg pretty bad down there. Sorry I left you alone so long. What would you have done if I hadn't come back? It'll be one of us eventually. Oh well. Nah, I'll keep coming back. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, we've got a problem. Well, this is just baby talk as well, but he's talking to his dog like he's a real person sometimes, and that makes it odd. And I think my game just crashed, so we can go into game quick saved like a couple of seconds ago, but I can't go into the main menu and reload it, so I'll have to be right back and hope the quick, the quick save options for this game are actually as good as I hope for them to be, because otherwise we're gonna have a little problem here. Kentucky Route Zero, please let me continue. Restart, continue. Scene 5. Elkhorn Valley. Okay, but seriously, we went into the on-ramp through, like everything was turned around basically. We didn't see a shack there, and the thingamabobber there with the metal thing that screeching was on the right side. So I don't know what happened now. We're on the completely different side, and our truck is right there. It's really no problem. This is just I told you before that I really dislike making mistakes, and I'm very much perfectionist about it. I enjoy recording videos, and I enjoy like watching my own videos as well, or being able to see that the quality of my videos is well, is like my need for quality satisfied there. That's why I paid a lot of money for a microphone and invested a lot in it, because I like it this way. But I started out with a pretty shitty microphone as well, so well, you don't have to invest in your hobby right away. You have to first find out what it is you really want. And now what I really want is talk to Blue again and get that dialogue choice. What's going on? I can't go past here. Blue. How's it going, Blue? Sorry I left you alone for so long. What would I have done if you... What would you have done if I hadn't come back? And I'll keep coming back. I'll be back. I hate my life. No, I like my life. My life is great. I couldn't imagine for my... I really couldn't imagine for my life to be much better right now. So, yeah, we're just gonna do that again. Not do that again. I think that will crash the game like every time. But seriously, you do not need a professional setup to record Let's Play videos, and in the end, it won't matter to your viewer base particularly much, anyways. They'll take you not for your great quality, but for the effort you put into your videos or anything else. You will hope so. Well, I'm not talking to Blue right now. I want to get that dialogue done, but I'm not talking to Blue. Look at that shack. Please. You don't want to look at that shack, do you? Here. Ah, he's limping! Ah, that's why he's moving so slowly. The cramped shack is lined with wooden shelves. Dusty stacks of tape reels and notebooks crowd the rooms, but a bit of moonlight filters through a window near the ceiling. On a small desk in the middle of the room lay 3 notebooks. The red one is labeled J. Marquez, the green one is labeled R. Marquez, and the blue one is unlabeled. We talked to... You might start hating the voice of your, like, the sound of your own voice recording, but you'll get used to it, like, very quickly. At this point, I very much like my own voice, you know? It'll change. It changed for me. Let's just read all of them. No, if I had to... We have been walking around with Shireen, and who was it that... I think her name started with T that we got the TV to. I just don't remember I just don't remember her actual name. Yeah, you like my English voice, but my German voice sucks. I don't know what it is with you. Weird. Okay, let's read the red notebook because I like the color red. The pages are covered in there's Shireen. The pages are covered in disorganized notes, some written horizontally and others scribbled vertically into margins. A few pages are lined more evenly and divided up into charts, correlating seasons, lyrics, harmonies, and call halls. Open the green notebook. Open the blue notebook. Green. On each page is a delicately rendered charcoal drawing. Most are portraits of rugged faces. Near the middle of the book, there are a few drawings of a young girl in a miner's helmet. She plays along the mine-car tracks, collecting pieces of wire. In one drawing, another young girl sits nearby, intently studying a book. That must be the mathematician. Conway opens the blue notebook. The notebook is full of Greek letters and cryptic mathematical formulas. Near the back of the book, what first looks like it might be... Oh yeah, this place. I didn't think you were coming back. These notebooks are labeled Marquez. Your parents are in the archivists? Are the archivists? No, my voice doesn't change. It stays exactly the same. It's not like I take out my vocal cords and put new ones in. It's not. Okay. They were the archivists? No, Weavers is Weaver. Weavers is parents of the archivists. No, that's the cousin, of course. My parents were miners. How's the leg? I can walk on it, but it's slow. I can walk on it, but it's painful. Not painful. Well, I'll try not to get too far ahead of you. You don't mind me hitching a ride, do you? I kinda got a lift out. I kinda got a lift out here and wasn't sure if when I'd be heading back. I can drive. I can handle it. Yeah, maybe that's best. Don't worry, I've been driving since I was 9. I've got a thing or two to say about that. I still need to find the 0. I guess I should look for another route to Dogwood Drive. No, we're taking the 0. Well, it's like I told you. Weaver doesn't lie. If she sent you here to find your on-ramp, this is where you should be looking. Or maybe you just weren't listening closely enough, and that's not exactly what she said? I have fans. That's a thing. Okay, but still, what did I just read? I keep reading many different things at the same time. It leaves my tiny human brain not particularly able to handle things. What exactly it was she said? I saw Weaver at my workshop. That's up north by Lake Nolan, right at Wax and Peonia. In the back of the bait shop. Pretty glamorous, right? These are the times we live in. She's either up there or back at the farmhouse. Whichever you want to head to first, just let me know. We're obviously going to the farmhouse so she can repair the TV. Yeah, I'm getting so popular. Nice, right? You know, if Conway looked like Slender Man before, now he looks like a 60-year-old man. I'm doing this, but I know what I have to do. How's it going, Blue? Blue, this is Shannon. Nice to meet you, Blue. I never had a dog. Nice to meet you. I've got some dried banana slices in my bag. Would you like one? Yes. I don't really like them anyway. Take care of your friend here, and there's more where that came from. I'm not talking to a Blue again. What's that? Your laundry? Your laundry? At 11 p.m.? Okay. Okay. I mean, you must not like your neighbors because my laundry machine is kind of noisy and my neighbors would hate that. They are all old women, except for that one family. Lizette's Antiques, I guess this is your truck? Surprised? It's kind of old. No, I'm not surprised. I guess it's an antique too. I think it suits you. I would think so. Alright, let's get on to that truck. Conway gets back on the road. Conway slows down a bit. Why would he slow down? He can slow down on the seat. On the passenger seat. Okay, we're supposed to go back to the farmhouse, and we're gonna do exactly that. By the way, I will probably play through Act 1 today, and after I finish Act 1, I don't think I can go on for much longer. I'm sleep deprived from yesterday. I really just tried adjusting my schedule so I can go on the night shift without having too many difficulties with sleep deprivation and being unconcentrated at work, but I can't go there if I don't sleep for 2 days straight. I have to sleep tonight, so I'll have to like finish up early. So this is only going to be like a 3-hour long stream. I'm sorry. Fan homuncle. Fan homuncle. I don't know what a homuncle is. Homunculus? I know what that is. That's an artificial human. But homuncle? Is that a word? Marquez Farmhouse. Yeah, I mean, it's I can't really make it right for everybody. I know that, but that's why I like my YouTube videos, because I don't really have to care about that sort of thing. But at the same time, streaming is much more like way faster done. I sit there, I start the stream, then I can play my game for like a couple of hours, and then I can stop the stream and then I'm done. All I have to do. With video games, it's a little, or with Let's Play videos, it's a little more difficult. It's a little I have to put more work into it. Are they hugging? Ah. She's helping him get up. I can say that because I'm called that cuz is short. That cuz I don't like cuz. Alright. Let's look at that graveyard. Shannon is probably going to know some thing about that. There's nobody buried here, you know. It's decorative, I guess. Or it's art or something. I don't know. A decorative graveyard? What are the names on the headstones? Novakovsky, Padilla, I don't know those names. Maybe the people who lived here before? I know when they bought this property, it already had a house and everything. Or maybe they have some other symbolic meaning. Oh, and look at that headstone. Marquez. I used to think that was for my parents. Now, I don't know. Let's go into the house. You fix that TV. His leg is looking awful. I really don't like how I selected that option. His leg is hurt or stuck. Had I not done this, it wouldn't have been hurt. And the door magically opens. Okay, Shannon. So, this is where she was. Yeah, makes sense. This was where Weaver and her parents lived. They took out a bunch of loans, you know, and had this place built. Do you have any debts? I never really had any collateral. I owe some people some apologies. Well, you're lucky that's all you owe. My parents were like that, until the company store found a way to get to them. My parents were like that, until the company store found a way to get to them. For my dad, it was tokens to run the fans and air purifiers, and for my mom, it was canneries. Two solutions to the same problems, but they sure sounded different. Weaver had a debt too, a lot of it, all tuition. How did she pay it off? She said she was a mathematician or something. Yeah, she studied some esoteric stuff about something about using math to translate between Spanish and English. What? That works. I think eventually Weaver put those math skills to work on all the red numbers in the family checkbook and got a clear sense of just how hopeless their situation was. So she left. I guess she just drove away in the middle of the night. They woke up in the morning and the car was gone. Never came back. Until tonight. Someone else told me to come here and talk to her. She seemed really focused on that old TV. Yeah, she did. No, that's not something you see every day. That old TV right there? Well, that is a damned antique for you. I had a model like that in the shop once, but I had to sell it off to make rent. Most painful decision I ever made. Say, do you mind if I open it up? Looks like the dials are all corroded, and the screen is leaking light a bit. Come on, I bet Lizette would never forgive you for letting a specimen like that fall into disrepair. Yeah, go ahead. That's what we're here for. Oh yeah, these tubes are all messed up. Looks like they've been in a swamp, or a cave, or something. There's moss growing on this one. That's okay, I have a few spares in my bag here. Here, I pulled this one out of an old computer monitor. Just needs to be recalibrated a bit. Okay, that should be seeing something now. Are you seeing anything? Yeah, that looks dangerous. What are you doing there? A little bit to the left. Looks dangerous. Damn, okay. Here, I think the contacts are dirty. Now, don't go telling my customers I clean off old vacuum tubes with spit. There, just gotta turn it north, south, and... Uh... I didn't expect that. Letter. ATTN. Lulak Chamberlain. Your application. Thank you for your application to the Gastron Trust for Imagined Architectures. This annual fellowship, we received a record number of applications this year, over 100 in total. Regrettably, we can award only one fellowship position per year. As you know, our review process includes a multi-phase blind committee analysts of portfolio submissions, as well as a careful review by a panel of subject matter experts on each applicant's notability and relevance in the field. Let's talk about what just happened there. What I think was what I think happened. We could have probably gone to the brick shop, to Shannon's shop up top, where she usually repairs her TVs, and we would have gotten to Act 2 there as well through a different way to go. But what that looked like is a hole opened up in reality, and then they went through it. And we were supposed to go to a place called the Zero. What do you think a zero is? Like, a zero stands for? For me, a zero stands for nothingness. And we just went into a hole that leads into not a place I would think was be able to what am I trying to say? We just went basically into a wormhole or some portal of some kind, and that's very interesting because there was a barn and then there wasn't, and we were fiddling around with a television, and then it opened up, and what the heck? Seriously? Point zero, yeah, start of the birthplace of something. That's possible as well, but I mean, we are supposed to go through, like, it has to be like some way to get us to the place where we want to go, and this game is like an acid dream. I have a feeling that, like, all the things that we have, like, come across don't seem particularly connected. There was a lot of stuff going on that road, and what is going on here right now? Well, I'm gonna continue playing. We must be extremely selective in our process so as to maintain the standards we have established over our 35 years in operation. Our panel did not select your application. We encourage you to consider reapplying the next year. Many young artists and architects reapply for a few successive years before being accepted. Sincerely, Dr. Carl Stone Norden, Architect, Gaston Trust for Imagined Architecture. Imagined Architecture, huh? Below the printed text is a hastily handwritten note. Sorry for the condescending form letter. Love your work. Unfortunately, I just do the mail here. Your OBT's servant Robert. Lula throws the letter in the wastebasket. Lula folds the letter up and puts it in her handbag. Neighbors, the elevator or the guy Alright, bye Lilia Valley and have a very good night. It's unfortunate that you can't stay here for the rest of the stream, but I will not be playing for much longer either. I'm actually really tired, and I hope if I actually lie down in that bed, right over there, I'll be able to fall asleep. Which I wasn't able to do like 18 hours ago, and I would very much like to sleep, like, a little bit. Nice try, Igor. Auf Wiedersehen is, might have been what you wanted to say, but that is not how that is typed. You butchered that, yes. Leicht Fräulein. Well, she's gonna be happy about that one. Okay, let's fold that letter up. Lula opens a letter on her desk labeled proposals. Lula opens a folder of writing paper on her desk. No, let's see it. Let's look at some marriage proposals here. Lula sorts through documents, all printed on a fading letterhand reading Bureau of Reclaimed Spaces. Proposal number 1. Yawn. Site, hospital. Proposed use, auto dealership. Proposal 2, site, distillery. Proposed use, graveyard. Proposal 3, site, basketball court. Proposed use, kennel. Turn a hospital into an auto dealership. Turn a distillery into a graveyard. Turn a basketball court into a kennel. What's a kennel again? I don't know. Something to do with ships, maybe? With water? I don't... Huh. Okay, let's turn the distillery into a graveyard. Distillery is still active, but scaling down operation to less than half of site. Distillery built on top of graveyard originally. Hybrid distillery graveyard could share resources. Chapel once repurposed into bottling facility could be repurposed into chapel. Stamps the proposal endorsed. Stamps the proposal opposed. Yeah, you can make yourself a chapel here. It's a dog place. Oh. Ah, okay, I got it. Okay. Yep, let's say this is okay. Let's turn that factory back into a graveyard and turn that bottling facility into a chapel. Site hospital, proposed use, auto dealership, definitely opposing that one. Hospital closed due to repeated sanitation violations. Auto dealership sanitation requirements comparatively lax. Small operating rooms could be repurposed into offices. Large cubicle-style administrative offices would be repurposed into showrooms. That actually makes sense. That's actually pretty smart. Graveyard exhalations. Flammable. Yep, we'll turn the closed down hospital into some place where people can actually work. Lula stamps the proposal endorsed. Rick clears his throat. Oh. Busy? It's not important. Buried. How are you, Rick? I shouldn't complain, so... did you get my note? About the office party? I'm going stag. About the proposals, I've just finished them. No, you haven't. Office party? I'm going stag. Oh, yeah, that's, I didn't mean... Hey, I'm probably not going anyway. Lots to do, you know. A lot of new drafts. So, how did your application go? I was in the mail room and I saw you got a letter back. Sorry, I didn't mean to pry. I just saw... It's fine, Rick. I'm not going anywhere. How's your goldfish? How is your goldfish? Act 2. Bureau of Reclaimed... something. I don't know I don't know what's going on, but like I said a couple of times, I'm very tired, and I think it's been enough for this evening. We're going to continue playing Kentucky Route Zero. I might play a little bit on I might play a little bit on Wednesday if I want to. I want to definitely, now that I've started streaming this game, I want to stream the rest of the game as well. But since I have to like work during the entire week, I will have to. It's gonna be time to make room for this. There's gonna be like 2 or 3 hours I can stream, and today I didn't stream much more anyway, so that's okay. So I think Wednesday might be possible, Bill, but if you're on YouTube and you keep up with your YouTube feed, there's going to be an announcement video of when I put up another stream of this game. And for the moment, I hope you enjoyed it. It's been a very interesting game, and I've played this for 2.5 hours. I don't know what I just experienced. It's very interesting. It's not as thought-inducing as a normal Lost Phone. I've thought about that game like for an entire day now. That's the game I previously played. I think a very, very good game, and might be something you could watch too, Igor. But I don't know. I mean, it is like 4 hours, and it's a very interesting game, is what I'm going to call it for the moment. But this is enough for me. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope I'll see you next time as well. Until then, bye bye. Wait, I wanted to push F9. That's usually my stop recording button. That doesn't work here. Okay, now, bye bye.